up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the History of the Bay podcast, sponsored by the good people of Amoeba Music San Francisco, as well as the folks at Dying Breed San Francisco. Today, behind the lens, we got Rocky Vision, we got King Says. Shout out to the producer, Scino, and of course, my main man, DEO, on the boards. And today, we have another legendary guest, man. San Francisco's real mayor, man, the city's real mayor, the mighty San Quinn.
Come on, man. What's up, Dregs One?
What's up, brother?
How you feeling, brother?
Great, man. Great to have you. I'm excited. I love you too, bro. I'm really excited to have you here, bro. Man. I'm sure I've told you this before, but I'm going to say it again on camera, bro. Like, for all of us growing up in San Francisco, bro, you were that dude, bro. Like, you represented us real well. One of the illest lyrically on the mic, strong delivery, good guy, leader, always putting on for the city. And so, yeah, I'm growing up and listening to you, to meeting you, working on music with you, and having you here today, bro. It's always an honor to build with you, bro.
Man, thank you, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that.
For sure.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I just did what I was supposed to do.
That's right.
How I looked at it. You know what I mean?
That's right.
It. So, thank you.
Well, now that you're here, I want to, my thing is because I have this knowledge growing up in this, seeing this unfold in front of me, I want to go all the way. I want to do a real in-depth interview and get the story out there, man. Get all these details.
Yeah, but I can't give you my whole life story.
We gonna get the whole life story, but
I gotta say something for me.
Yeah.
I got you, but I tell you whatever you need to know.
We'll get some gems today.
Whatever you need to know, man. Whatever you need to know, it's good, baby.
Well, let's start here. What was it like? Describe what it was like for, especially for people who've never been to Frisco. What was it like growing up in Fillmoe?
It was beautiful. It was beautiful. It was scary too at the same time for me, because I didn't have no big brothers or big cousins. So that's what you had to have, like a big brother, big cousin, uncle, group of uncles to identify with. So I didn't have no male figures to identify with in Fillmore. So coming out of my house, I didn't want to go down the way. I was like a timid little dude, man. Only because I knew niggas would tighten you up. You feel me? Niggas was getting beat up, jump. You had people like, rest in peace, Fresh Dan, that was, fresh out of YA. He punched a 9-year-old in the face, 17 years old. Like, feel me? Twig and them used to be like, you be at the 24-hour store thumping your ear hella hard. So I was afraid. So that afraid part, it is, I guess it's part of growing up until you get a name. It made me want to get a name for myself in Fillmore. But in Lakeview, I was more like the man in Lakeview. Because,
so you have family in the View as well, right?
Yeah. My great-grandmother is the one, and my mother lived in Fillmore. And my great-grandmother had a daughter named Juanita, which is my grandmother, that lived on Capitol in Montana.
So right by the park? Right
across the street from the park. Yeah, I got all my gang from the park. You feel what I'm saying? The Busbys, and you know what I mean? Everybody. That's just Busbys because I had a big family with John Hearns and Squeegee and Keith Hankston and, you feel what I'm saying? Eric and Derek Martin and all them I learned, was at the park playing basketball. But then my family was known, so I used to be over there talking my Fillmore shit. Until one day Big Drama and them was gonna jump me. He was gonna put hands and feet on me talking that bullshit. I didn't know that Big Drama had ties to Fillmore. Had Cousin Meal in him, so he knew I was bluffing. I used to be over there. Actually, I wrote Fillmore on the side of the gym. That was me, y'all. I'm sorry. Brown. Me and my other comrade being bad, but they probably knew it was me. Lakeview wasn't tripping, you feel me? They raised me up to Hatfields. I grew up with the Hatfields. Tommy Hatfield and all his brothers, rest in peace. Yeah, but Tommy actually knocked me out.
Oh, shit.
When I was 7 years old, because I didn't know nothing about chucking them. We went to go get the free lunch from the park, and all I heard was Sneaky D, Deshaun, he passed away too, family. He said, go punch him in the face. And next thing I know, I was seeing stars. My cousin Danielle wanted to beat the brakes off me. What happened? Why you let him do that? So, as I got older, I got revenge on Tommy when I was like 12, tightening him up all the time. Because then I knew about the, but they are, see, that's what I'm saying. Them having uncles, brothers,
right.
Was more vicious. I wasn't vicious. I was, I was smooth. It was all ladies that raised me. They wasn't about no Mortal Kombat like that.
So you had to go up pretty fast.
Well, yeah. Pretty fast. Not really. I didn't have to grow up fast. We did grow up fast, but I had to pay attention to a lot of shit right away. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've heard you talk about this on the All City album that you did. There's an interlude where you talk about Peter Lee.
Peter Lee.
And that was a situation I always heard about. That was before my time, but I always heard about it from older cats speaking on it. Explain that situation and how you saw like the turf wars start to affect San Francisco.
Well, nigga, don't act like you that much older and younger than me, man. You know my age. You don't fucking around with you. I'm fucking with you.
I wasn't around. I wasn't outside when Peter Lee died.
Nah, I wasn't either. I was in the house in Lakeview and in Fillmore, but I heard about it. I heard about Peter Lee dying. He got killed in Hunters Point. I don't know what it was over, but he was driving. This is a story I heard. Driving from Hunters Point, going to Sunnydale, and he got hit up there by Hollister. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, Honest Bob, cousin Squat, was driving the car. I heard the story because I'm Quinn now, but growing up, I know for sure once Peter Lee got killed, that started the turf wars. That started turf wars and shit. So, and then it was like Fillmoe and Sunnydale against HP and Lakeview and back and forth and shit like that. So that's what I just know. I know that started that shit up when it was like that.
So you were just kind of watching that unfold.
Scared. I was spooked. I was spooked. I ain't gonna lie, man.
I mean, some scary shit, man. Gunplay and bullets flying and people dying.
Yeah, Sunnydale had BDP, Beat Down Productions. That's when Sunnydale, I think, of the towers and all of them was together. Like, it was one, that was Sunnydale. So, them 2 20-story buildings on top of them jets, you ain't making it out of there.
Right.
Grape Ape, big shout out to Grape Ape. You feel what I'm saying? Grape Ape was dangerous too. You feel what I'm saying? I think they had shot Grape Ape before that, what I really heard. That they chased Grape Ape and him down and shot Grape Ape. He lost his eye. This is all shit I heard from them. He great, you know, them niggas is legends.
Right.
They still is legends to me. You know, legendary pioneer niggas out the city. So, yeah, that shit, that was bad. That was like 86, 87.
Okay. On the song Northern California, you in your lyrics describe being at Ocean View Park and seeing Cougnut spit a rap.
Right.
Was that the first rapper you saw in Frisco?
Exactly, yeah. I'm writing a book about that right now.
Okay.
The book is called Northern California.
Dope.
With Charles Joliet. He wrote, Black Sea write this book. So I'm writing a book called Northern California about this song and how it started. Like, Too Short 85, girl, that's your life. Smoking on that glass pipe. Had me paying attention, my cousin losing weight fast like. You know, the park was cooking in Lakeview. Grandma stayed across the street, playing hoop in the gym when I heard the cougar speak. And that's what that was. But really, Cougnut had came to my grandmother's house right across the street from the gym, and that's when I seen that, the I'm Rolling record, the yellow label, him and C Fresh, Carrie. And that's the first time I seen a rapper. And I was like, and Cougnut let me know I could do it. You know what I mean? And we played Scandalous summer '89. When that came out, my auntie Gil, God bless her soul, she had some big speakers downstairs across the street from the park. And 4th of July, we played Scandalous 100 times. That motherfucker still is vicious.
Definitely.
I mean, it's still moving.
Yeah.
Cougnut, the rebel.
I know, gas. It's gas. Yeah, it's a trip like when you're into hip hop, right? But then you see what's coming up out of your own backyard.
Yeah.
That's inspiring to see.
That nigga was hard. He wasn't weak. They wasn't weak. Him or Huey MC they both was vicious rappers. Like, because I really liked Big Daddy Kane. I was into that. I didn't like simple rap. You know, big respect to the Godfather, Too Short. But I liked the East Coast rap. Kane was a nigga.
Well, your style, that's in your style. Your style is lyrical. Yeah. There's wordplay. There's delivery.
Yes, I'm into that.
Complex subject matters, storytelling.
Real riddles.
Yeah.
Like, you know, your rhyme is a riddle. You know what I mean? Shit, you got to listen. What they call it? Double entendres. All that old shit. I try to do that. You feel what I'm saying? I try to go over your head.
So what really made you want to start rapping and how were you so advanced at such a young age?
You're like, kind of like you said earlier, kind of like growing up fast, but I didn't grow up fast. When I was in the 5th grade, I hung with 9th graders.
Okay.
I was always big. You know, I hung with Sean Tunson and Darnay Duckett and Ray Sean and Ramsell and Naville. You dig, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't have no big brother. So Sean was like my big brother. And we would go to the Boy Scouts, right, to get free dinner on Tuesdays. So I always hung with them. I was getting laced by them. They had a group and they left me out of it when I was young. So I said, I'm going to get them niggas back. Right? Sean and him had a group, they left me out. But hanging with them, really hanging with them. Like being in the 5th grade, being with John Ross. Everybody I hung with was older than me. So through John Ross, It's how I met Quito.
Mm-hmm.
And Quito, the first person to show me how to really write a rap.
Mm-hmm.
He arranged my first rap for me. Like, I wrote a rap and he arranged it when I was like 11 years old.
Yeah, you guys had a group, the X Legion, right?
X Legion, yeah, I was in the X Legion. Yep, X Legion. I got my name because of them. On Monterey Street in like 1990. Yeah, 1990. It's a picture we got on a green A's jacket with my little Kwame fade I had. And I wanted my name to be Killer B. I ain't killed nothing, I fly, nothing. Still haven't, but yeah, White Mike, we was up there rapping to that James Brown, Big Payback, freestyling. And then White Mike gave me my name, saying Quinn, at TD House of Monterey. So I've been saying Quinn since 1990. Before I turned 13, I was 12.
Yeah, so you were just on it early.
Early.
Yeah.
To get my name, it was all about getting my name known.
Right.
Because, Fonzo was my best friend, my brother. He lived at 1458 Grove. Free Relly, man. Free Relly, free the rest of the guys. Free Relly. 1458 Grove, 1432 Grove. So he had his uncle, Uncle E, Dean, Uncle Bones, rest in peace, Uncle Jerry. And then he had Wendell, his big brother, who was like my big brother, but he wasn't, though. Because, then the Neutrons lived around the corner, so they all had a bunch of them, and everybody's family and shit, and I didn't have nobody, so I'm like, I got to get my name known. And I know I wasn't going to kill nobody or be no big old dope dealer. You know what I'm saying? I would have tried, but I was in the 7th grade, so I played basketball with everybody, but, it's just like I didn't have that family support. So,
yeah.
But everybody couldn't rap then.
Yeah.
Then I had some raps in it, and I got popping on the boys club bus with Nate. We went to play a game in PA, and then they had me rap. And everybody, Lil Ray was there, rest in peace. A bunch of us. And they heard me rap, and from there, I started getting my name known. I didn't have to worry about getting jumped.
Right.
That's what it was. That's what it really was about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really was about just having, so you know who I am.
Just getting respect for your talents.
And once I got known, I said, I'm going to help the underdogs, the people like me. Ain't nobody going to get jumped if I can help it. Like, I'm helping. When somebody bragging on somebody, I'm going to tell them, leave them alone. Like, you know what I mean? Because I would want somebody to do that for me. You feel me? So
at what point did JT come in the picture for you?
JT came in the picture after Davey DJM. Davey DJM was who put out my first record, him and Steve Collins and Gigolo G. Right. Davey DJM had a record called, big shout out to David Middleton and Sunu Austin and Laura, their mother, who allowed me to learn how to rap at their house on 1478 Fulton Street. So that was that Buck 50 Records? No, that just was DJing spot like RTP. Okay. Ragtop Productions. So, like Forte had Ragtop Productions too. Yeah. He was a part of their crew. Right. They had a record called Damn Denise. Because I was looking at the credits on that first album, and I saw like J-Mac was one of the producers. I met all them later. Okay. DJM came first. So David DJM took me to Steve and Gigolo, and I recorded my album in Buck 50 Records, but David DJM and Sunu Austin is credited to get me started. So they basically, how did they find you? Because I was Sunu's friend. Okay. Me and Sunu was peers. So me, Sunu, Mark D, Lil Ray, Fonzo, Clement, rest in peace, Nudie, we all hung together. You know what I mean? We all just like, Fulton, Grove, Hayes. And Marcus lived on Hayes, and I lived on Grove, and they lived on Fulton Street. And we had a gang called the BGs, Broderick and Grove. Until, what's the name of them, came up there to beat us up, Trey Below, because they was YBG. So that was one of our first little fights, and then everybody from down the way come up there to fight one person, 200 niggas. So we had to back up off the BGs, and just, so that's how we all knew each other. So they discovered you, got you in the lab, and put out your first tape at 15 years old? 15. I like when you said 13, it kind of took some years off. Yeah, my bad. Hey, that's cool. Sometimes I misspeak, but... you do a good job of doing that, Thank you, bro. And that's like in a matter of seconds. Yeah, right on, man. You do a good job, bro. I saw under 60 seconds. Everybody be waiting on that shit. I was waiting on mine. I'm like, I know I'm going to go. I got one coming, Right on, bro. Thank you, though, bro. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I mean, it's good to have you here so people can hear it from your perspective. Yes, sir. I was 14. I wrote the album when I was 14. And they dropped it when I was 15. Right. So I was like a little bow wow at the school, man. Yeah, it's pretty big. Yeah, I had stickers and posters, and then like in the 9th, 10th grade, I was happy. I was a happy little lark.
Were you was the financial situation cool, or was it just some where
no, not really. I mean, they pressed up 3,000 tapes.
Yeah.
It only was tapes then.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, I was selling rocks. So I was like, on an ounce, you know what I mean? Delano, my boy Delano really in front of me. And from that quarter, I turned that quarter to a half to a zip. So I was rotating that zip for $500 or $600. You in that 9th, 10th grade, you rapping. Once I got my little rhinestone hat from Showtime, I thought everybody knew who I was. You know
so how did you get into that? Because you're rapping at the same time you're doing some street shit as a young kid.
Because the dope track is right in front of the house. Like, So, you know, that's how, at that time, when you come out the house, they be like, you got some work?
Yeah.
You got some work? So all the way from 9 years old, people asking you, do you got some work? You got some work? Finally, we worked ourselves up to get some work.
Yeah.
Big Ben.
Figure you might as well.
7,400. Yeah. You dig what I'm saying? And, you know, when bought something, just, you know, it's just all of us doing the same things. Like how they bip now, it was selling crack.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, some of us, you know, went above and beyond. I really wasn't that. I didn't get past the zip at that time. I worked with Birds a little bit later, middleman and some shit, but I didn't get past that zip. I really was rapping. And then once I got to JT, and JT was like, none of that shit, you can't do none of that shit and succeed, it was easy for me to stop.
That's dope.
Yeah, D-More and them probably had more of an addiction instead to selling crack because they really was out there doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I played with it. You know, I went to jail when I was 12 years old. I got caught up. And that kind of like, it didn't slow me down, but it always kept me cautious and shit. You feel me?
Yeah, that's a reality check.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So JT came into your life after that first tape came out.
Really?
Well, he's on that
Frisco
tape.
Niggas Ain't No Punks, right?
Okay.
That all happened at the same time.
Okay.
They was a YBG crew.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm from up the way. They down the way, YBG, JT, Steph and Demo. They got their own thing going. But then JT, I had a little song with Ive Low, right? And they heard like everybody didn't have a studio. So JT was eager to find out, I guess he was eager to find out who was recording and shit. So I seen him come up to Snooze one day because they knew that we was recording up there. So that's when I first seen him, you know what I mean? But later on, as working with Gigolo G and DJM, they had the Frisco Niggas Ain't No Punk song. And really, God bless his soul, Gigolo G.
Yeah, rest in peace, Gigolo G.
Yeah, without a doubt. Long live G. He snuck me on the back of that record. So I was at the end at first. And JT wasn't having that because I got too busy on there. JT had to put himself on. It was his record, though. So, you know, they moved me from... He kept me on there, whole thing. He kept me on there. So JT is accredited to put me on for real.
Yeah.
That first, you know, everybody's initial 16 bars.
Yeah,
like Foxy Brown's, Nicki Minaj's was on a 5-star chick. Ask Lil Wayne who the 5-star bitch is. That was my little moment. You
well, yeah, so you're on a song with legends.
Black Sea.
RBL Posse.
Come on, man. That was Colossus and Dinosaurs Fossil.
They were heating up at that time.
Man, it was burning up.
Yeah.
It was burning. We played that shit because there was a little Fillmoe HP thing going on, but we didn't give a fuck. That shit was slapping. And that Bama Weed still to this day is still a phenomenal record. Absolutely. They got the fuck down on that whole record. One time I did the backups with Black Sea when my cousin D Folks wasn't there because D Folks is my real cousin. Rest in peace, Mr. C, but D Folks be doing Mr. C parts. Mm-hmm. And I seen Black C and I worked the backup. They couldn't believe it. I held him down. Not the backup, I did Mr. C parts.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah. It was an honor.
So now so after getting on that song, basically, did that kind of get JT's attention? Like, oh, I gotta fuck with this kid.
With DJ Eminem was putting me out already. Mm-hmm. So it was, I really wanted to give it JT because his beats he was making. His beat, Something for the Suckers was on Don't Cross Me. And that was my biggest sounding song. Mm. And then I started being around him. Like, I always wanted to hang down the way anyway. No lie. Well, so he was allowing me to be around him. And at that time, it was a show that I did down there on Valencia. And OC Dre was trying not to let me rap. And JT got up there and punched that nigga in his eye. Damn. God bless OC Dre soul. JT gave him a black eye. That motherfucker never left either.
Yeah, I heard JT got hands.
Yeah, JT got hands. I was worried when I thought we was gonna have to chuck him, but I was gonna just hold my ground. I know he just fight, you feel me? But I never said he was no pussy or nothing like that. He ain't no pushover. I'm glad we cool now too.
Well, so speaking of which, you were part of that group of Fillmoe cats that jumped Tupac and Richie Rich.
I was watching it.
You were watching it. Okay.
I watched a lot of shit. Like I was looking. I seen it.
Yeah.
I saw it all. Yeah. But I didn't throw a punch, but I definitely seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they said my discography, I performed with Tupac when I was 12, and that's how I ended up telling the story. No, I didn't. I seen Fillmore put hands and feet on him, Richie Rich, and the Bigga.
That's crazy, man.
Some broke ass niggas try to get me for my Goldtoes. That's what he said on that song.
Yeah, that was Richie Rich on. It was
Richie Rich.
What was the song called?
I ain't never got Gaffle like that. Richie Rich is really from D Street. He really from Fillmore.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he from Fulton Street, from the Divisadero in Fulton. He really a D team nigga.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. You know what I mean? He was sending niggas down the way trying to get him for his goal.
Right.
Same old dilemma, right? But yeah, he really is. Yeah, I mean, me and Rich is tight.
So, but at that time, you just seeing Tupac. You not like now. It's like, oh shit, Tupac. But back then, he was just another rapper from the Bay, basically,
God bless
right?
his soul. I mean, till he died, he was like that with me. He was competition. I'm an MC.
Sure.
So I never was blew away by the nigga. My bitch would fuck him if she could behind my back. So at that time, I was concerned with like, I want to be better than that. I don't give a fuck about liking the nigga Tupac. You feel what I'm saying? Because if you ain't down with us, if you ain't helping me, everybody at that time, I was dangerous, man.
Yeah, that's how you gotta be.
Dangerous from the mouth. I was looking for a motherfucker to come across me so I could tear their head off from the West Coast. So that's why I really shocked the party, kind of reaching out to him like, put a 9-6 new name in your mouth. Not dissing Pac, but like, I'm down with you if you want to get this East Coast, West Coast shit. I wanted them to hear us. I just trying to get us heard and respected.
Yeah.
So Biggie was Biggie was my competition, Pac, Jay-Z, all them, because I was alive writing raps when they was.
Yeah.
So I never was blew away by him until when he passed away. I was like, damn, he had a strong body of work.
Yeah, you see the impact after.
Yeah. I seen some shit he did wrong too, but that comes from not being stable.
Right.
Like, you can't be from 10 neighborhoods. I'm from one neighborhood. I've been from one block my whole life.
Right.
Win, lose, or draw. Divisadero, Fillmore shit. You know what I mean? And not no gangbang shit, but just really using my rapper pass to navigate through it. But when my team losing, when they down, I can't say, I ain't from there. You know what I mean? Because the OC nigga would tell me, Quinn, you from there. You know what I mean? But you ain't in no shit, so you feel what I'm saying? So all of those switching up and shit when times get tough. Or I'm not saying that about Pac, it's just he wasn't stable.
No, I got
with
you.
no stability, had him, lose his life like he did.
Right.
I wish that wouldn't have happened, but you know what I mean.
Of course. So being with JT, so like we're starting to see like the origins of the Get Low players, right? Like all four of y'all are on that song, and then you jump on West Coast Bad Boys.
Yeah. No. We jumped on Herm Lou.
Jumped on Herm Lou before West Coast Bad Boys.
Herm Lou's the first person to pay me for a verse.
Say that, okay.
Gave me $250 crispy dollars, man. I had a Mexican bankroll. I had a fat bankroll, baby. Right from Herm Lou, yup. The GOP is throwing shots.
Right. So all these things are like kind of building your buzz.
Yeah. Then we did the GOP. No, we did the GOP before that.
You did the GOP before Master P's album?
Before the Herm Lou album, right?
Before the Herm Lou album.
Yeah,
okay.
I think so. Yeah, the GOP. So us doing that, being in the GOP was big. Because it was like everybody that JT put together, plus us being the main part of the group, and JT took us everywhere with him. It was big, But I had to be a part of that.
But you were on West Coast Bad Boys, and you're on the High for Christmas compilation.
Messy tried to come get me.
Right.
When JT went to jail for a weekend, I was a hot commodity. So Pete tried to come sign me. When I was young, JT went to jail for a weekend. That nigga must have got the word because he was at my mama gate. So I went to Richmond with him. That's after we got jumped in Richmond too. So I was eager to learn about Richmond because we got the first show I go to, I hear about Fillmoe doing damage the whole time. Plus I seen it at the Stone. I seen a little glimpse of brilliance, right? Not saying violence is brilliance, but seeing this do a Fillmoe thing. So we went to Richmond and it was something totally different.
Yeah,
and I was watching that too. I was too little to get in it. Cause you know what I mean? I didn't know the ins and outs. I already got stumped.
But he tried to get you up under No Limit.
He tried to get me up under him, yep. He took a liking to me. We kicked it that day. Then he came back and got me for High for Christmas. Silk the Shocker really came and picked me up. And then I told him no, I couldn't get down. Then again, he tried to sign me after me and JT, after we went our separate ways, and I discovered Messy Marv. And I did Explosive Mode. And I took Marv down there with me to Los Angeles when Steady Mobbing was buying the SS's. I just was telling the story. And people was like, you gonna sign with me? And I said, man, I gotta keep it real with my guys. Like, I'm fucking with the, presidential. He was like, watch, a nigga problems gonna become your problems. And And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It did, but then we still did explosive mode, and y'all wouldn't run shit back the way y'all wouldn't trade it. You know what I mean?
But the first time you were basically like, no, I got this thing going on with JT.
No, I said no 3 times. No.
Yeah,
Really over JT overall, because we all knew each other. You know what I mean? So it wasn't, if he could have hollered at JT about it, like, he was trying to get me the back door, bruh, and I just never did that.
Right.
Gang tried to do it too. Gang tried to get me to come to LA and have Fat Rat placed there. And Fat Rat, to me, he was out of character. You know what I mean? I got respect for Fat Rat, but I knew Fat Rat from carrying the briefcase, wearing the leather jacket. He sold some dope, but he was down there with the eye drop tattoo type shit, and the shirt off with them bloods. And then I was there when Young Buck allegedly did the stabbing with the fork. He was there. Me, Fonz, Win, Preo, all of us. Gita and them from up there in Sac. We about 30 deep, 20 deep. And he said, Quinn, I want you to sign with me. Gang said that. I said, no, I'm just down here to check you out, bro. You know what I mean? I didn't want to cause no envy either. Because that dude AR, much in peace AR, I say, man, I don't want, he wanted me to do his backups. Niggas say, was you scared? Are you scared? I'm like, nah, I'm not going to step on none of these niggas' toes, man. There's niggas down here been waiting on this spot longer than me. I'm not good with envy. If I know it's going to create envy, I just put myself in their shoes and say, nah, I don't want to do that.
Do you, looking back on those decisions, like turning those types of deals down, do you feel like you made the right choice?
Yeah. Yep, I do. Only thing I wish I would have did with Presidential and No Limit is I wish we should have just merged. We should have got with Master P, merged that album, put out an explosive mode through No Limit, and we would have been off to the races.
That would have been pretty crazy. Yeah.
Marv would have had to hop a high fence to get away from us then.
Yeah.
The fence we had, 20 foot, 20 foot. You know what I mean? Yeah.
We'll get into that a little more later. I want to stick with this early 90s timeline.
I'm trying to get my comedy thing going too.
Nah, you good. So all these things are happening, right? So your first tape, the SFC, West Coast Bad Boys, the Get Low Players album, Herm's compilation, and then you drop Live and Direct. And you're still in high school.
Yep, I'm still in high school.
So
11th grade.
So you stuck with JT. JT did right by you, produced this album for you.
Yep, he came to my mother and said he was gonna look out for me when I was 14 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been up under him ever since then. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
How did you deal with starting to have fame while you're still in high school?
I remember I said I just wanted it so I could be peaceful. Right? So it wasn't if you went to school with me, people know I wasn't chaotic. I didn't start no bunch of shit. You know what I mean? I didn't start no shit. I finished shit. You feel what I'm saying? But I really was cool. I kind of had a cool climate. That's how I dealt with it.
That's good.
I dealt with it. I've always been humble. You know what I mean? I've always been humble because there's always more to do. I look like people here is my family. Yeah, I need to get fans all over the world, but Frisco is family. You feel me?
Yeah. So you're getting love.
Yeah, a lot of love.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah, but I dealt with it right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure you could ask anybody I grew up with, they'd be like, he was a cool nigga at school, cool guy.
Yeah.
I hate fronting.
Yeah.
I don't like when people front on people. I teach my kids that. That's like a principle I got. Don't front on your brother, don't front on your sister, don't front on each other, especially not in front of no group of people, because that's the shit that I didn't like.
That goes a long way as a rapper, just having a reputation of oh yeah, I met him, he's cool. Yeah. He's hella cool.
Yeah. You hear that about me, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
I say that about you. People ask me, what's Quinn like? Oh man, fucking love Quinn, bro.
Not caught out of character. I just, you never know who you gonna need either in life, right?
Yeah. You
might be on the side of the freeway with 4 flat tires and you treat a motherfucker like an asshole.
You didn't fucking take a picture with me that one time, motherfucker.
You keep getting feeling the cars go by you. Make your body shaking and shit. Yeah. So that I always keep that in mind too. Doing to others as you want others to do unto you.
That's right. Yeah. So
Catholic school.
Right. So what was your first time meeting Mac Dre, and how did you end up jumping on the Rompalation?
Meeting Mac Dre, that's I feel like I met a star. You know what I mean? Because I'm usually not overwhelmed with people, but me and Fonz used to ride around playing Mac Dre, selling rocks, and riding through Hunters Point, getting chased by Damon and from Kirkwood all the time. You feel me? Staying on my toes, all that shit. Before I was rapping, so it was in the end how he went down. It was Mafia how he went down, and he came back out. So
yeah, that was pretty crazy, right?
Yeah, Marv got the meeting before I did, and I was mad because Marv, that's when he had his perm, and I guess it was a little event. that I had my helmet tucked, I didn't go to, and Marv had a picture with him, so I was hot. I was like, oh, you got to meet the Dre nigga? I'm like, okay. Then we ended up hooking up through Goldtoes and them. Really, through Goldtoes. Through the money that Goldtoes spent, it's how I met Mac Dre.
Okay.
Doing 17 Reasons.
17 Reasons.
Yeah.
Okay. And from 17 Reasons, you end up on The Rompalation.
Because Coolio's super cool, still my guy to this day. Coolio embraces, like, Dre rap, but Coolio was like the one-man band. He did the music, he keep his gangbang rag with him, get down, rap, cool nigga. You know, cool Libra nigga, man. Coolio. So he made sure we got on there. Dre knew about all of us too. Dre was a selfless dude. Like, if he met you one time and he felt you, he'd say your name again, look you in your eyes, you know. Kind of like how him and Jack was both, they were personable people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they people not assholes. You
right.
Mm-hmm.
The Hustle Continues, probably your biggest album of the 90s. Would you agree?
Yeah. Yep, it was. It was, yeah. That sold like 60,000.
And it came out through Priority?
Came out through Priority, yep. It's just that we didn't give up no incentive to be a part of the Priority deal like Master P did. So JT got a certain amount of bread, and Master P got like 750, JT might have got like 350, something like that. And then, so we didn't give them no incentive to be tied into the record. So just a story, Hustle Continues came out and Silk the Shocker came out at the same time. And Dave Weiner called me like, Quinn, Silk the Shocker's fucking smoking you this week. I said, get me in the booth with him, I'm flaming. And then Dave said, man, it's not the battle rap, man. You got to promote, market y'all record. You know what I mean? And, you know, it didn't happen like that. We didn't promote, market it. And I ain't mad at it, you know what I mean? It's history. JT put me on with Priority. I was on Priority same time as Jay-Z with Reasonable Doubt. And Silk the Shocker smoked me. But you know what I mean? Same time as him. But only thing that's different about us is that we ain't came all the way up yet.
Yeah.
They tasted their fame already. Like,
yeah.
We ain't peaked out.
So it was a major label record, but you're still underground.
Still underground, yeah, still underground, because we didn't put no promotion and marketing money behind it.
Well, you had your first music video.
Yeah, I paid for that too. JT gave me like 20 bands, and he told me to pay for my video. He was just making me a man. He might have kicked something in, but I know I paid 5 bands.
So basically that was out of your budget.
Yep.
That he gave you through Get Low to do the album.
Yep.
And you shot it in OC, right?
Yep, in OC. Yep, I caught flack for that. Because, you know, I'm from the Viz. OC is our protection as far as Fillmore, but of course they was bullies the whole time. I could go up in there at that time. And they ran over a lot of niggas, you know what I mean? But them projects still represented who we was.
Yeah.
Whether, you know, good or whatever the personal feeling was, when it come together, like, you know, it's Fillmoe, them OC projects was, just the look was menacing. So I'm like, I gotta get them jets on camera before they tear them down.
Yeah.
So on my way down, Pooh Sweller, my nigga, no love, I love you. He say, man, you don't need to go down there, nigga, with them niggas, nigga. You know what time it is, nigga? I'm like, I know what time it is, Sweller, but I'm like, bro, this is bigger than just us, bro. I could bring the cameras back up here. We own our houses and shit. You know, we own our houses. And I say, but I'll be back up here with the cameras. Just let me go do this. Then I went to KO. And Rob G was like, nigga, I just got into it with Scotty last night. Nigga, the coke plate. Nigga, I ain't going down there. So I'm trying to get niggas to go. It's hella different stories, reasons why niggas ain't going. But we went down there. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it happened. And OC embraced us, and it was a big thing, you know? And a lot of people got to see them jets because of the Quinn.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so big shout out to Racklin, and you dig what I'm saying? And everybody from the projects. You dig what I'm saying?
On that album, you shouted out Ruck and Rock. Did you have a relationship with Sean Price and Helter Skelter?
Sean Price was my guy. Sean Price used to be getting low.
Oh, yeah?
Fuck yeah.
You had him doing the Get Low?
Hitting it hard. We was both on Priority together.
Okay.
Yeah, so when I went down there, we automatically linked in, me and Sean Price, and just...
He felt you, like, lyrically and all that?
We was kicking freestyles for hours. Like, you know what I mean? I'll be with them niggas for... You know, for days down there fucking around with Sean Price, really, but Ruck and Rock, though. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, they fucked with us. It was that I hate that did never come to fruition, that I didn't get to get with Sean before he passed away.
That would have been a cold collaboration right there.
Cold, and he was open-minded, dude. They was good dudes, man. Then they ended up rocking with Pac. That was mainly
Boot Camp Click.
Yeah, because they was out, because they was in L.A. They was moving around. I think they from Brownsville, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of like a rougher part.
Yeah.
So they was kind of like smashing on Biggie, like, you little punk nigga.
They had a little funk with Biggie, I believe.
Funk with Biggie over that. Yeah, East Coast kind of wasn't feeling them. They said, I commend them for that. You dig what I'm saying? They put their helmet on display during the tough time. But Pac was, you know, Tupac was saying it was, real niggas against fake niggas, because East Coast had a vendetta against us. He heard what he heard in jail and shit.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, so that album, I mean, you're getting out there, like, as we're going through this story, like, it seems like it's all step by step. But you kind of just touched on this a little bit, like, was it kind of difficult separating yourself from street politics in the city while you're, like, trying to do your rap shit?
No, it wasn't, because I just stayed with JT, because we went to the mosque, and people look at us like Muslims, which we are. You know, we believe in God, in Jesus' name, Allah, right? But I stayed rapping. I didn't ever get in there, and I'll fight you. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't into nothing.
You just stayed in your lane.
I just stayed in my lane. Once I had little Quinn, that saved my life, having a child.
How old were you when you had your first son?
I was 19.
So right when that Hustle Continue albums dropped, basically, around that time.
I met Cheryl T, and she put me in a full court headlock. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? Like, come here, little nigga. But, you know, one time I went outside because really I got into something, and I came back. I ran out the door. She said, nigga, what's wrong with you running out there for that nigga like that? I'm like, this how he is. She like, what is you, a punk? She called me the other word, though. And she said some derogatory type shit to make you, like, question yourself, like, damn, man. No, but it was just camaraderie. And, you know, I ran out there, and she was like, but you got a son to take care of. And I always remember that, and it stuck with me. You know what I mean? So family definitely saved my life. Having a family, being up under the titty, and then also being submissive to Allah, you know what I mean? Praying every day, and then wanting to not have, you don't want to have ops. Because you can't go nowhere and do shit.
Yeah.
Nigga be waiting in the bushes for you feel me? It ain't hard to take a bullet 0.5 seconds and leave a head of a gun. Hit you in your face.
I think
the 9mm minutes all the same size, so.
That's a big difference right now. Like, I noticed between a lot of the new rappers in Frisco and the older generations, like, the older generation was wiggling.
Yeah.
A lot of the new school rappers is like, they can't even perform in the city.
It's sad. It should be, now, Tupac did have some rules that I agree with, that you shouldn't use our event as a platform for violence.
Yeah.
You know that happened to me and Nickatina before. You know, motherfucker coming to our squib and killing somebody there. That's the worst thing that could happen.
That was at the Justice League, right?
You know, I'm telling y'all right now, no more killing people at the rap shows. You got 6 days out the week to follow and find a nigga. Don't wait till we gather everybody peacefully in the name of hip-hop and knock somebody off, because it give hip-hop a bad name.
But that was at the...
Justice League.
On Divisadero, right?
Yeah. The Justice League. Yeah, when we lost a good friend, Jonathan. It was some old niggas from Fillmore that did it. Everybody had a gun in there, so he had a gun too. It's just, he came in the wrong place. It's just, he was outnumbered.
Yeah, crazy.
You know,
rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, rest in peace.
Okay, so I was going to ask you before the break, when did you first meet Messy Marv?
Messy Marv. That's a true story I told G-Man. People thought I was playing. I met him at a picnic. I met him at the same get-together that Too Short had in Fairfield, where they were shooting at each other. I guess that was Too Short and them Too Short partners shooting at each other. It was a gathering at that park. What's the big park in Fairfield? Right when you get off where Nations is?
The Infirmary.
Yeah, it's only one big park. Secret used to have a office across the street from there.
Okay.
It's a main street. No Face Phantom know the park I'm talking about, because his stuff is there now. I'm in line, and then a dude, a little short dude with a little afro. I mean, he looked like he had on a turtleneck, but maybe it just, you know what I mean? Just for some reason I see a turtleneck when I see him. Not no joke. He like, you saying Quinn? Yeah, I know you my cousin Big Mo and Dika Steuben. And I went to St. Dominic's with Big Mo and Dika. And, you know, he was cool, you know what I mean? He was cool. And he ended up being in Fillmore all the time, I guess, after he graduated from high school or something. And he had a perm, and his name was going around. And, you know, Trev G.
Because he's originally from Pittsburgh.
He's from Pittsburgh. He from Fillmore? He from Pittsburgh.
He's like adopted by Fillmore.
He's basically like a weekend warrior, like I was in Lakeview.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I understood the concept of, you know what I mean? He wasn't...
and he got family out there, too.
Yeah, he wouldn't have never switched up on Fillmore like that, how he did with the fake blood shit, if he was from Fillmore. Because we don't do that. That's just no way you could do that. And if you really was down to the core from there, you wouldn't have did that. So, he was from Pittsburgh / Fillmore when he wanted to, when it was fashionable. So at that time, he was pushing his Fillmore line. He had the Yerm, His urn was long. They gave a party and said Brandy was coming. You remember that party, DEO? The niggas said Brandy was gonna be there. They put special invited guests. This is the first time I seen a motherfucker work that flex. Trev G most likely thought of that shit. Trev was innovative. Explosive Mode album really was Trev G's album.
Putting y'all together?
No, it was his album. Herm had paid for Trev G to have them beats, because Trev G is a hell of an MC.
So this, for those who don't know, this is Herm. This is not Herm Lewis.
It's more Zach Parker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Herm from
Herm, man.
Presidential Records.
Yeah, he put us together, put us in Corvettes and Lamborghinis, and you know what I'm saying, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you know, in and out of town, busting plays. Where we could rap about it. We only did the shit so we could rap about it. You know, I'm picking up 100,000 from the airport, left us with 100,000 for hella days, forgot he left it with us. He had that kind of money. Good dude, though. Good dude. Can't wait for him to come home. He put it together, so it was Trev G's music. He had Tone Capone, Mike Mosley, DJ Duro, Herman spent money on all these beats. So I had heard about it when I made the move and got with Dude. I heard about the beats and shit. And Trev wanted to sell weed out in Louisiana. He was getting his money with LaRon, with light-skinned LaRon, not Ronsky, but the other LaRon that was from Louisiana that passed away. But he used to be in Fillmoe. So Trev decided to go do that, and me and Marv took advantage of them beats and shit. Yep, so that's when I first met him, at the picnic in Fairfield, to answer your question.
Okay, and then from there, pretty much y'all jump into...
No, they had their movement going. I was like, you know, they had their movement going.
Oh, so he was putting out, what's the Messy Situations?
Yeah, with Herc and Shaka from Page Street. Page Street was behind Mess the whole time, the capital. That's where the capital came from. And, you know, he was from KO, so he had the Rex and Rob G's, and he had the O's behind him, and Trev G and Big Mo, and they had a movement. They used to be doing a mingle, and nobody from up there where I was from rap with me. They just sold dope and did shit. All them niggas was rapping, so it was Waylo, Trev G. You know, they all was my peers and working together, so they had a movement, kind of like what you would call a movement. So when I got to working with Dude, he just wanted to sign me. Herm and them, they didn't know about him. They knew about me only because of my rap. Mm-hmm. So they never heard about him because he just popped up. You feel what I'm saying? But I had heard his music and liked what he was doing. So I told Herm, I was like, man, we should get the dude Messy Marv from KO. He said, who? I said, Messy Marv. He said, who is that? And then Chopper told him who he was and said, yeah, Mess hard. And then it was history. Then he moved into my mother's house. You know what I mean? Because he didn't have nowhere to stay. Marv had a real tough family life. Mm. You know what I mean? That's why he go through the shit he do, though. I love him, though.
Yeah, y'all got close.
Yeah, we did. We lived with each other. He lived in Mom's house. But I was out the way, too, at the same time. Living in Pacifica with Lil Quinn's mom, you know, I'm tucked. So he's staying at my mother's house. I had a triplex. He stayed downstairs by himself. He didn't ever have to move. He left. Mm. Yeah.
Were you like, so since it came together like that, were you kind of surprised at the success that album had?
Nah, I was happy.
Yeah.
If you get that, like, I wasn't surprised. I've been, you know, I'm still waiting to sell 2-3 million records. I believe I was born for that. You know, Grammy Awards, Oscars, you name it. I done thought about it, right? But the response that we got from the album, I was happy that we got the response we got, because we were accepted in the East Bay. Kind of like it'd been hard for Frisco to get accepted in the East Bay. And around the same time I did the Notorious Prince Players and Hustlers, they paid for that video, niggas from Brookfield. It was a compilation with all Oakland niggas. Me and Cougnut was only Frisco niggas, and my record ended up being the best one. Mm. So my boy Von Wilson from Oakland, you know, paid for the video, and we had the Versace shirts on and shit. And so that was kind of like the start of us getting some love in Oakland. Then we dropped that shit, the Explosive Mode, and being that we had the beats from Tone Capone and you know, the East Bay type sound, it was accepted.
Yeah.
Yep, and Marv was from Oakland. He grew up in Oakland too, so Marv, you know, him kind of like a baby Tupac. Kind of like...
just bounced around a lot.
Yeah, bounced around a lot. And a lot of it, you know, only one allegiance count, because everything he said was believable because of the Fillmore niggas that came before us, like Chucky Barnes and Tremaine Brown and Jay Stone and you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And Gary Gnu, you know what I'm saying? And Rob G and Silas and Jerry Robinson home record. Everything he said was believable because of what them dudes put down.
He was soaking up game from all that.
He ain't threw a rock through a broken window. You know what I mean? And then, you know, to all the Marvs, y'all ain't got to get mad at me for telling the truth. I haven't either. You dig what I'm saying? But So rappers just rap. A lot of us are muse. Sometimes I guess nowadays these kids really be killing each other and shit like that, but that's stupid. Growing up, a rapper just was a reporter of all the shit that was going on. So
yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like rap is like the only art form that gets that kind of criticism. Like if Al Pacino goes and plays Scarface, people don't expect him to actually be selling cocaine and shooting people with M16s and shit. Right, yeah.
They get that shit mixed up. I tell them all the time it's entertainment. But I did everything. Pimped, I had a bitch down for 44 days and 45 nights. 45 days and 44 nights. I owed the bitch money when we got through. But I had her down, though. You know what I mean? I tried it. That's when that was cool, when pimping and pandering, before it became sex trafficking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When actually AP9 gave me the bitch. You know what I mean? The bitch Diamond, she talked on American Gangster. She's a cutthroat bitch too, man. Cold bitch from out of Kansas City. She cool though. Bitch, shout out to Diamond, Priceless Diamonds. She got out for a nigga. But I was a 50% pimp, man. I got caught by Cheryl T and told on myself, man. I told myself before Facebook or anything. I spilled the beans. The bitch is driving up and down my street, leaning on the horn, going, "I'ma ride down on you, saying Quinn."
Oh shit.
Country accent. And I told on myself. Mom said, "Nigga, don't you never tell on yourself, nigga." I got on my head. Yeah, Cheryl T wrote me about that until I did the other shit I did, but you don't mind me.
No, we talked about this a little bit before briefly, but Goldtoes, 17 Reasons. You are one of the you presented that album. You're one of the executive producers.
Yeah. I'm an executive executive producer. Thought of it along with Charles Kelly. You know what I mean? The dude who had the blue shoes on at the bottom, because he introduced us to Goldtoes. Goldtoes was gonna open a taqueria when I met him. He had a pompadour. You know what I mean? Like, hairspray and shit. Like, like he's supposed to, a real Latino dude, but he was a homeboy, him and Woody and him, and Sean G. And they turned me on to that world. They taught me a lot. You know what I mean? I learned a lot from them. And them spending their money introduced us to Mac Dre. He put me on songs with Be Legit. We did all kind of shit that we never did. And he turned me on to the Latino fan base that support me so well. To this day, we shout out to all my Latino fans that support us, and all my Norteños and Serranos and Black Fags. Anybody Latino, y'all brown people, you know what I mean? I'm not with the separation, and any support of our music, we appreciate it.
Well, that's probably the biggest compilation to ever come out of the Bay.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that motherfucker Goldtoes made a fucking $1 million or something like that.
Yeah, it's a classic album.
Yeah, he gave me some shit happened, right? And I ended up selling out of court for like $25,000. Not out of court, just they gave me, they said, "How much you want?" I was a young nigga. I'm like, "I want $25,000. They went, "Oh, that's gonna be steep." He laughing that shit at me, right? But I got that 25 and slid. Cause some shit had happened in the game, but it's all it'll be out in Goldtoes movie. It's gonna come out in Goldtoes movie, and I can't do nothing about it, man. I can't stop the truth from happening. You shouldn't have did it, motherfucker, if you didn't want it to come out in the movie. I know I'm going off, but somebody know what I'm talking about.
You just mentioned Woody too. You ever meet him?
Woody, no, not. See, it was different Woody. Woody was the one that was with Goldtoes.
Oh, different Woody.
Yeah,
not the rapper Woody.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to meet Woody in the dark alley. No, he really was a gangster. That was with Goldtoes. And they got the money from their mother or some shit like that. But they was all a part of the Enforcer crew. Woody, Sean G, and Goldtoes.
Well, yeah, they put down a hell of a movement, man.
Goldtoes kept going, even with Marv. Because Marv only sold 1,500 CDs before he got with me, so I look at it like, I put Marv in the game. I put him on. You know what I mean? Now, what he did, never, burn light the hand and feed you. You know what I'm saying? Just like JT put me on. When we was going at it, I knew not to say too much about JT because no matter what, that man helped me.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's big bro like a motherfucker too, though. You feel me? I got respect for my guy, though, right? So with Marv, he just was a little different. Like, he wanted to be, like, in competition with me. Where I look like, I thought we was in competition with T.I. and Jeezy.
Yeah.
He's shooting at my ankles. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't know why, though. He got his own flavor, and people love his music. He got good music. He do it his way, I do it my way. It's all Fillmoe shit.
It's a trip because I think no matter what happens, people are going to always associate y'all with each other.
Yeah.
And I think no matter what went on behind the scenes, like, the music y'all make is timeless, so.
Every time we get together.
Yeah.
You heard Explosive 4? You heard the latest one?
Mm-hmm.
That's the best shit he did when he came back. Better than Child Time, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, that's just me, though.
That was the one that Insane produced, right?
Insane produced the whole album, yeah. Chris, what do you call it still now? Cannabis Chris?
Cannabis Chris.
Yeah, right, man.
That's Insane from Game Inflicted.
I love you, Warren. I had to get you. I had to get you.
You hold the Guinness records for the most features recorded?
Yep. Yep. You know what? You could get in the Guinness Book of World Records for being a fuck up, too. So don't like winning the world record is it don't attach no money to me, right? No financial, but it's just more of a status thing. It came about because Charles Kelly, he used to be my manager, he was trying to tease me about getting on some hella features. I was getting on the features and I wasn't giving him his manager fee. I was getting my money, right? So he said, man, you on too many albums. I'm like, man, I ain't on that many albums. He said, I bet you could break a good world record. I'm like, what? I bet you I can't. And he got in contact with Billy Jam and Show never had a world record.
God damn.
Yep, I was on the most records for somebody under the age of 21.
Okay.
Records in the store with a barcode. So this before mixtapes or anything. This was damn near 20 years ago. I was on like 150 records.
That's a lot for back then.
Yeah, well,
I mean, it's a lot for now.
But back then, everybody who was doing something was putting me on it. I was eating off of it.
I think that was a good look for you in the end because you ended up on so many projects.
3,000 records I got.
That's a lot, bro.
3,000 records.
Yeah.
Outside, you know what I mean? 3,000 records. I don't know, on the podcast, could you just play your music the whole time? I want to do that on the Hustle Continue. Just play my music for one whole day. Like,
they should do that.
Count down to 3,000. And just like when we not on there, let the music be on there. I don't know. I'm just asking.
That would be kind of tight if you did a live stream where you played all your verses, see how long you can go, and then do your commentary about the story behind each of them.
Then I stayed up all night. Nigga was on the podcast for 72 hours straight.
You could pull that off, man.
Ate hot dogs and hamburgers. Yeah. It's this idea, you know?
457 is the code. What does that mean, bro?
GOP is the code.
GOP. I should have known that.
Yeah. You know, that's been the days when we used to use papers.
That's GOP backwards.
GOP on your phone, right? You remember these numbers, is letters up under the phone, so code 924.
Oh, okay, I see,
yeah. The pagers, the code was 457.
Gotcha.
GOP.
Okay.
Like 143 is I love you, whatever. So that's what that is.
And that was the last album you dropped on Get Low Records?
Is it the last time I dropped on Get Low Records? Yep, I guess so.
That's what it looked like when I was going through.
You looked at it,
I was doing my research today.
Yeah. I did that the same time as Mighty Quinn.
Yeah.
I actually liked that better than the Mighty Quinn because I didn't have no creative control over Mighty Quinn. Even though Champelli and them did a good job, I just didn't, you know.
When Champelli was here, he was mentioning he was trying to go for a more mainstream kind of sound.
He was. And it sounded, motherfuckers still sound good to this day, right?
Yeah.
It's just, we didn't have that promotion and marketing, but it's like that. But Champelli was a hell of an executive. Yeah. Great mind, dude is fucking a genius.
Yeah, for sure.
I love dude. You feel me?
But did your relationship change with JT around this time, too?
Yeah, we went through our ups and downs. Like, you know, we went through our ups and downs. My love never changed for him at all, never. It never wavered. You think what I'm saying? How he felt is how he felt. But I don't know. When he was mad at me, I was like, what the fuck is he tripping over? You know what I mean? The whole time I love dude. Like, you feel me?
It just kind of seems like you're coming in the 90s, right? Starting with Don't Cross Me. Then you go into, like, you know, The Hustle Continues, all these other albums. And it seemed like around this time, like the year 2000, you're making a transition into your career. So that's why I ask, like...
Yeah. To me, being my own man.
Yeah.
But the whole time, done deal, anything I do is get low.
Yeah.
I get low. It ain't never
that's your legacy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just another name. When people, you know, people do that nowadays. Even want something new. They want to. Your boy, like when I was with my cousin, your boy. You know, he's still me. Like, right. Y'all want to hear the new young nigga, your boy? Okay. But we coming right behind him. So, you feel what I'm saying? It's just so long as you know that it's attached. Even like Stunner Man, all them little niggas, Show Banger, Lil Pete, Lil Yee, you come out, you from Fillmoe, that's me.
Right.
You know, I'm taking that credit. I'm not going to take your money or nothing like that, but this shit don't work without the San Quinn nigga,
that's the foundation.
You feel what I'm saying? Without a doubt.
Okay, I want to ask you about another cat that you've been affiliated with, Ayo for Yayo, Andre Nickatina. How did you first meet Nickatina?
Rapping, you know, in the neighborhood. That nigga Nickatina, a real Fillmoe nigga, walking around by himself with that long black leather coat on, talking about the Avenue. You know what I mean? That nigga walking around by himself to the neck, always by himself. just always been a rap cat. That's what he say, rap cat. I'm a rap cat. So to his liking, to be like him, when I first did the show, just being around JT and all of us being together from the same neighborhood, that's when I met Nickatina, probably about 91.
Well, Ayo for Yayo is like one of your biggest songs.
It's a hell of a song.
It's a crazy song, man. How did that song come together?
When I was in my addiction, I had a coke plate, and then the beat, I was writing. And so I was snorting and writing. I did it like in 20 minutes. I know how to tell a story.
Can I be honest with you, bro? A lot of your songs, I can tell sometimes when Quinn was in his bag. Yeah.
When I was,
a lot of aggressive raps, a lot of like fast-paced deliveries.
Shit was going on.
Yeah.
The dope kept me out of people's face. I felt like because I was ashamed of it, so I wouldn't be around my regular partners. I'd be in the Pacific Heights.
Yeah.
Robin Williams' son.
Yeah.
Or Kim Boeing from Boeing Jets. You know what I mean? Big wigs and San Francisco, them motherfucking Victorians with them goddamn elevators. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's crazy that you wrote that song while you were in that process, because that song is deep. Like, talking about first you talk about the white girl's addiction. I'm assuming a white girl.
It's a white girl. Yeah,
and you're talking about white girl and a white girl.
Yeah.
And then you talk about the hustler who's getting high on his own supply.
Yep.
And then you rap from the perspective of the drug.
Yeah. That's cold, huh?
Some cold shit.
Wow, did I mean to do that? I don't even. I mean, when I rap, I pray. Like, I pray, God, give me a concept outside of the narcotic. I don't never really plan a song. I don't.
It just came out of you.
Say this slug, right?
Yeah.
I don't do it. I just write, and it comes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I might know a style I want to serve, but other than that, with that, that just was writing a beginning, middle, and the end. Just, from, learning knowing doing English at school and shit.
No, that was great songwriting, bro.
Yeah.
And
also write with my video
visuals
in mind. They're hoping that we get to do a video.
And it's a trip that it's you and Dre on that song, because that's been part of his career too, the cocaine raps.
Yeah. That's a part of our image in Fillmore. Not smoking crack, cocaine, but them niggas used to smoke chewies. My rider intake was up the nose, you feel what I'm saying, with the powder, just thinking I'm fly, you dig what I'm saying? That's what it was, but then...
It's crazy because that song is like a cautionary tale about doing blow, but people bump that shit while they're getting high, bro.
It's not like playing with my nose, like I'm advocating for it. It really, I always say, man, don't do drugs, you feel what I'm saying? I had an addictive personality. I had dope fiend genes anyway. So it was easy for me to get caught up in it, but Ayo for Yayo. Still no video, nothing like that, right?
I think they could still happen one day.
Yeah, it's a trip with what we are. It's like underground shit that the world ain't heard yet. And it's going to hear it. Everybody get the chance.
The world has heard it, but maybe not the masses.
Not the masses,
yeah.
Not the masses.
Because that song still, it came out like 20 years ago, and it's got like millions of streams.
Man, like 12, 15 million, 20 million.
Yeah.
My friends on the block never knew that song. They know Hell Yeah, right?
Right.
They know Hard Way. But they never knew about Ayo for Yayo until they started going to some shows with me. And them niggas found out about it. But that's how it was. Like, I could do this song here, I could do this song
here. Yeah, you got a lot of versatility.
Yeah. Just San Francisco is like I'm a melting pot.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. How has addiction affected your career? You've spoken about it a lot in the past. Mm-hmm. But how has it impacted you as an artist and your trajectory?
Maybe it's just me being honest to make somebody else judge me. But I ain't never passed my plate and did dope in front of nobody. Like, and I don't owe nobody. You dig what I'm saying? Whatever I did myself. So I just talk about it because I want to be in control of my narrative. You feel me? I've been clean since August 20th, 2018. Mm-hmm. But, I would smoke weed and shit like that. Not all the way clean from all drugs, but it takes some mushrooms. You got some mushrooms. You can send them to my address at 14 First Book. But so I just talk about it so wouldn't nobody else be able to talk about it.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm talking about it too.
Yeah, because people, you want to control. You don't want a rumor like that. Like,
no.
I get that shit out there. Hey, I heard him doing this. He doing this. Well, he already told on himself.
Yeah.
You can't tell him. I told him myself.
Well, I'm also very proud of you bouncing back, bro.
I'm in a round ball.
Yeah.
Resilience.
Yeah, keep on rolling. And what advice would you give to other artists who might be struggling with various forms of addiction?
don't be in denial. The first thing is not to be in denial. You know what I mean? And don't say, well, I'm getting high because of, and get to pointing the finger at people. That's you getting high, motherfucker. You know, look at yourself in the mirror and say, this is me getting high. It's gonna be me to quit or me or whatever. Just make sure you blame yourself. Don't blame your circumstance, how you living. And I used to say, because of these kids. And mom's like, nah, nigga, that's you. You feel me? And once I started taking responsibility for it, I was able to conquer it. You feel what I'm saying? As long as I was pointing a finger, my Auntie Gail said before she died, she said, whatever you do is either for a reason or for a season.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Or you just do it, you know? So it was for a reason, a season in my point, and I was the one doing it. So admitting to it is first. And then not embracing it, don't get with nobody and make them pay for your dope. Don't be getting no relationship. Make sure your bitch can buy no dope, man, you know? You just want to be fresh, man. You dig what I'm saying? It ain't what you do, it's how you do it. Everybody's addicted to something. Narcotics is just bad, but people are addicted to chaos, to trouble, to being, you know, all kind of shit.
Money.
Any type of addiction can set you back. If it's not God, if you're not praying, meditating like a monk, or you know, even if you drink too much water, it busts your stomach, right?
Very true.
And drink too much water. So I think meditating and trying to get closer to the Creator is the only thing that you can't have enough of. Outside of that, you can overdo anything.
Well, respect for speaking so openly and truthfully about your situation, bro.
Yes, sir.
Back to the music. You've appeared on a lot of E-40's records. He's appeared on some of yours.
Yes, he has, yeah.
I believe you were on Breaking News in 2003, and he was on Explosive Mode.
Explosive Mode, yeah.
How did you develop a relationship with him?
My dad, through my father, rest in peace, James Bailey Jr., my dad dated Sugar T in 93, 94. So when he said, nigga, make that nigga call your kids he is. I thought 40 was talking about Pops, right? You know what I mean? I'm like, Pops, you ain't Captain Sable, who is you dad? He said, nah, nigga, am I? You know what I mean? Pops is a real player, pimp type nigga. So, you know, nah. He said, nah, he wasn't. But him and Sugar T had a relationship when I was 15, 14 years old. So Sugar T daughters, much love, Suge, I love you. Nisha and Nene, I love them both. You know what I mean? I was a stepbrother back in the days. So that started us to knowing E-40. You know, his mother, and they brought me around the whole family. I even knew, baby got a hair done by Shonda. I know Shonda. I knew everybody. Right? You know what I mean? So I've been around them. They security, from Scorpio to Jaws, and the whole time I've been around 40, I was in the video One Love when I was young.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm in there. He dapped me up. And then I'm also slap boxing with Tap That Ass. He popped me in my head a couple times, too. I wasn't that good, but I stepped up to the plate. They're like, who gonna chuck him? Me. I'll do it. I had my long puff coat on. You know, he got me, hit me a couple times, though. But Tap That Ass, though, them hands, though. But, so, you know, 40, I've been around him, brought me out to Summer Jam before.
Yeah.
Yeah, 40, all he ever did was help me.
Stay solid.
I love 40. Yep, I love 40 bro. And his family. You know what I mean? I'm their family. I'm like their little nephew, for real. Muggsy, everybody.
Well, Done Deal Records, like I said, I think that's a big chapter in your career. A lot, like you said, it's all GLP, but it's a different version of Quinn.
It's like Laverne and Shirley from Happy Days, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So what was the, how did that start?
It started because my brother Bailey started rapping. Now, Bailey is my brother, my mother's son. You know, that's my brother. We don't say half of no shit like that. That's my brother. He used to pee on me and shit when we was growing up. Going to school, he used to make me late for school, eating eggs and shit in the morning. But always been my heart, though. My real little brother, like. So he started rapping. Him and my little cousin, Little Richie, y'all call him Big Rich, in Toriano. In Toriano, and my stepfather's Piggy, Toriano dad, they used to rob banks and shit together. Bill Gordon and Piggy the pimp, but he was a bank robber. So we was tied in with them too. You feel what I'm saying? With the Mafia family. Matter of fact, my stepsister Latoya, God bless her soul, she passed away. And Tiana, they related to Player P, which is related to Toriano, which is related to Bill and Piggy. So Fully Loaded started rapping.
Yeah.
Cookie Monster, God bless his soul, was the first one to put some money behind them. Doing some shit, so I wasn't gonna let my brother get, you know, I went through my little ups and downs in the game. I wasn't gonna let my brother go through that. I refused to do that, so that's what made me start Done Deal. Bailey made up Done Deal. He made up that name. Bailey innovative as fuck, like, you know what I mean? And Big Rich is outspoken and been a leader, you know, strong group of dudes. And Don Toriano, you see him right now doing his thing.
Up top.
But he was rapping, he was solo rapping before them.
Yeah, Young
So he was
No.
like me, Young No.
Mm-hmm.
And then they came together. Really, Big Rich been around me since he was 9 years old. When I was in my second group after X Legion, I had a group called YBS, Young Black and Strong, where I had a song called King of the Stage. I wrote the whole rap when I was 12. Matter of fact, Equipto helped me organize it, the rap. Because John Ross went to Phoenix Academy with Equipto. That's how I knew Equipto. Right, so Lil Richie was named Dollar Bill when he was 9 years old. He had a rap at the beginning of it, too. He always was a little spoiled dude because his dad name was Caked Up. Auntie Shy, Caked Up. Man. They was caked up, but they embraced us, too. But really, Big Rich was the first motherfucker to embrace me from down the way because they lived in the Banneker's. I used to be scared to go there. I just didn't want to get jumped.
Sure.
So they used to go down there to the Banneker's, and Big Rich was already good. They was good down there. You know what I mean? And Monique, his sister Monique, treated us, she was an older high school girl, but she never shit on us. You know what I'm saying? So I used to be practicing with them. So, Lil Richie, I don't know how I got here, but...
No, I mean, it's dope, bro. DEO is like a real family.
We really a family.
Yeah, and y'all all moving together. You got your boy, you got Fully Loaded, you got Willie Hen.
Willie Hen is like my brother.
Mm-hmm.
Willie Hen had at the barbecue, him and Jettis, the ugly dank man, they had an album out before us. And Jedi and Willie Hen Willie Hen, I done seen Willie Hen with 5 Shot Posse on Divisadero and KO. That's really Fillmoe Hen. Before rap music, I seen that nigga moving around, busting plays, always been a cool nigga. And then we ended up going to high school together and becoming like brothers, you know what I mean? They said we look alike, our family's from Mississippi, and he could rap. He's like me, I'm an educated nut. I read, I'm smart, but I know about the streets. That's the type of people I deal with.
Right.
Not when nobody's just all the way ignorant
right.
or just all the way nerd. We well balanced. You feel what I'm saying? And Willie Hen was like me, was just I was like him. We like each other, well balanced. So that's he always been my right hand man.
Well, I think around this time, like you really start reaching new levels of success. Like it seems like you've been grinding, putting out these projects, doing these features. And then you drop I Give You My Word, which was a big record for you. I remember when that came out, I was in high school. Everyone was like, oh, the new Quinn's out. Like, you had that. Yeah.
That's tight.
You had that kind of motion. I remember kids from Fillmore like, yeah, this new Quinn. Da, 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 da.
How did that feel to be in high school? That was a dope album. How did it feel to be in high school listening to me go crazy like that?
That was like the soundtrack, bro. That was like, that was the soundtrack. I mean, see, this is my thing, like growing up in Frisco, bro, like, I'm not just like a fan of the music. Like I saw this shit happen around me. Yeah. I grew up in Lakeview, so I saw Cellski. Like, oh, that's Cellski.
Yeah.
Like just like how you talking about some of these cats. I would be at Kings and Queens in the cut at the barbershop. Like, oh, that's Cellski.
Yeah, you used to cut your hair?
Yeah, back in the day. Yeah.
You know, I grew up over there too.
Yep.
Cellski's another motherfucker that me growing up. I used to sell crack with Cellski in the park. I used to watch out for the police. Would sell my mama and sell mama used to sell coke together.
Mm-hmm.
My mom went to Balboa High School. Feel me?
Yeah.
1971 when coke
shit.
just came around. Mom was like coke. You feel me? She said they used to hit them motherfuckers see stars and shit. My Uncle Diamond D, Daryl Gidry and them from over there in Lakeview. So, yeah, Cellski mama and my mama ran together, Joyce. So, Cellski say, I got a song with Tony and Sam. Be like, you lying, fat nigga. You couldn't lie. You know what I mean? Like, watch, I'm going to show you. Then he played it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, because you're on Mr. Predictor also.
Mr. Predictor. Yep. I also wrote his rap on Herm Lou album. I wrote that song.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I tell you, that how it goes, it's like this, it's like, embarrassing kind of kid, or some dang weed, got the niggas seen the sign, don't cross me. See when I said that? Yeah, I wrote that. Yeah, I wrote that when I was 15 years old. For Cellski, yep. So he threw a little shit in there, but I wrote the first verse without a doubt.
That's dope.
Yep, yeah, that's a fun fact right there, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just growing up around all this shit.
Yeah,
and then I'm seeing like Quinn is, so when our rappers is popping off, like a rapper from Frisco is like everybody's proud of that.
Yeah.
So I Give You My Word, and then The Rock, like I remember you was like fully taking off.
Yeah, it was even when I Give You My Word, and that's when all the stars line up, like Chuck working, all of us working, you dig what I'm saying? Everybody working in the city. Like, you know, I'm like, whoever I see from the city that rap, I'm like, come on in. Come on, you dig what I'm saying? We at Camille, Being that Chuck was doing the Mission Rock, that was his part. We was showing up. I was eating anything. We hey, like we got the parties. Everything it just lined up. So I even had San Quinn Weekend on Cameo. San Quinn Weekend.
Yeah, you were getting a lot. You were getting radio love.
Yeah, but a lot of love.
You were getting
radio.
MTV love.
I love Big Vine. Yep, MTV. Yeah. When they came out there and we was 100 deep. We might have been like 300 deep. With Sway and them.
Yeah.
Yeah, my block. Yep, it was, I appreciate all that. You dig what I'm saying? And then after that, the Frisco Anthem, then Marv hated on me and they threw me for a loop.
Well, I was going to ask too, like, because you dropped Hell Yeah, that was like a Billboard charting song, video, all that.
Yep.
You kind of became part of the hyphy movement.
Kind of like, I am. I'm down. Yeah. I'm from that. Hyphy is just a... Hyphy is just a way of life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hyphy is just a way of life. Yeah.
What do you a lot of people like criticize the hyphy movement, like looking back at it, do you think it helped or hurt the Bay or both?
It helped. They just should have kept playing the music. They should have kept letting us be hyphy.
Mm-hmm.
Don't stop the movement because you looking down on it. You got to stick with your guns. And being that the DJs and shit didn't stick with the guns, they didn't stick with their guns, it made, you feel what I'm saying? It made people not like, okay, you don't believe in it.
So you think it died too soon?
It died too soon.
Okay.
Because Mustard picked up the sound.
Yeah.
Right? So if it's a sound, everything is just a sound. And then the raps would evolve. It wasn't all about this and then dope. It was hyphy. Niggas still hyphy. Young nigga turn up on you.
Right.
Turn up is hyphy.
Right.
You just got a different phrase. The turn up is hyphy. So it's just the same thing.
And then
now Lil Jon recognized it too with the crunk shit.
Yeah.
Hyphy was the same thing too.
Yeah. You just mentioned San Francisco Anthem too. Like that was another big record. I mean, I'm like this run you were on in the early 2000s. Like you were on fire, bro.
Yeah, praise to Allah. It was all I did it for us, right? That SF Anthem was really Big Rich record.
Mm-hmm.
That was Big Rich record. But then he brought it to me. You know what I mean? And then I seen it. When I heard it, I seen the video. I seen me saying something about Cougnut. Everything that happens, I see it. I see it before it happened. And then, you know, we somehow came up with some money from some investors, and we did a real video. You know what I mean? And that shit was big. We all over MTV.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm talking in between segments. MTV.
Yeah, I remember.
Then, like I say, Marv, he did his rap. He attacked me. Because I was telling everybody, tell Marv quit acting like a blood. Feel me?
So around this time, he had like spun off, and y'all weren't really. You did expose Smoke too.
Well, really, what happened? That sucker ass nigga Juice, right? Juice, funny style ass. He do an album when he called Bullies with Fullies, right? And they got the red bandanas around the record. But before,
I remember being very confused about that.
That shit is confusing, right? And the reason why I call him a sucker like that, because he know he's still trying to run around and do interviews about Marv. Nigga, get off Marv dick, man, and talk about your shit, bro. Nigga, where you from? You got to be from one place, man. You can't be from everywhere.
So you weren't really in touch with Mess around that time?
And I was. Them niggas stole Hell Yeah. They talked to, you know what I mean? They went to EAC, said, give me a beat just like Quinn. And that song that he got, that's Jonah, that's Hell Yeah. You know that's Hell Yeah. Everybody do. So I'll say, that's why I'm on the nigga line, man, you know? I ain't looking for you nothing like that nigga, but you know him, that nigga Juice, he was behind it, man. You feel what I'm saying? And don't admire my record and try to make a record with Marv like you saying Quinn. It's only gonna be one explosive mode, man. You feel me?
So you shared your thoughts about him becoming the blood, and that's kind of.
I was telling him, no. Rob G leaned over to me at Frenny's funeral, at the Yee Mama funeral, and said, "Man, tell Marv to stop acting like a blood." And then the nigga got at me in Seattle, so it's like, man, I'm from Fillmore. I just want to be a solid Fillmore nigga first. I'd rather die there than anywhere in the world. I'm never gonna fuck that Fillmore shit up. You feel me? I'm not gonna be no punk, no no snitch, none of that, nigga. I'm a Fillmore nigga, Frisco nigga, in and out, man. I don't care about no blood or no Crip. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Much as they give a fuck about us, I'm gonna respect them much as they respect us. But you can't walk the man yard in no penitentiary and be no blood or Crip from San Francisco, California. It's impossible.
Word.
You feel what I'm saying? And he's rapping to that fan base.
Right.
We talking to them kind of niggas. It ain't like we doing bluegrass hip hop.
Yeah.
Well, it's crazy because he's talking that gangster shit, so he had motherfuckers confused. And then the couple of Bloods and them, they liked it, that shit, but they like, why you funking with him? Like, because he attacked me. He attacked me and said it's Quinn a snitch because I was telling people, tell him quit acting like a blood. So it's like you telling everybody to tell him to do something. He waited for me to slip like. and I did something where I slipped, and the sound bit me, and you know, that shit threw me for a loop. So that's what happened after SF Anthem, if you wonder what happened. If you didn't even wonder, I'm telling you.
No, I mean, it's good to talk
just
about,
to tell
bro.
people that don't do no battle rapping, that shit is really, when you're a real motherfucker, I really want to hurt that nigga. You dig what I'm saying? Not kill him, but, you know what I mean? I didn't want to kill him or nothing like that, but I definitely would have stumped him into a vegetable.
Well, he got locked up for a minute, then got out, then y'all reunited, did Explosive Mode 4.
Oh,
right?
yeah. I summoned him. I asked him to come back.
Mm-hmm.
Then he ended up coming back. You know, I reached out to him. I'm like, he was just capping on me on Doc Hicks. Like, the episode before that, I heard the interview, and he was shooting me down like, Quinn need to just get pinched on his ass. like I ain't did nothing. Like, Quinn just get pinched on his ass, right? He's saying all this slick shit. And I said, you know what? I'm going to get on there. I'm going to humble myself and say, I don't care what he said. I want him to come back.
I think that was a good move for business.
I meant that sincerely. Yeah, business.
And your friendship and all that.
And the fans, and the supporters. And then Black C agreed with it, and T-Fast agreed with it. And they got blood in between each other from Harbor Road. And they say, man, look here, we pause everything, they shit for a minute to let him come back. So I went to the heads of the shit. You know what I'm saying? Only people I didn't check with was nobody in Fillmore because JT was in Atlanta. So I'm big Fillmore. We gotta bring the nigga back. And we did the album in Mom's house. We reconciled. That still don't stop what happened though. You know what I'm saying? That shit was unnecessary. That was Frisco going at each other, and it threw me for a loop. I just asked that don't none of my young niggas get involved in no battle rap, no shit like that. Because when you real, you'll really be consumed in that shit, and it consumed me. It set me back.
Well, I think Mess is kind of like a tragic story. I'm not saying his story is over, but like currently it's not looking so great. And do you think at some point he'll be able to pull it together and make another comeback?
This is God's earth. This is God. This is Allah's. Allah, only He know. You know, don't no man or woman know the time of day. So, with that being said, he got action. As long as he's living and breathing and in his right mind. Now, a nigga could not have no limbs and have his mind. Right? And as long as you got your mind, you can make some shit happen. Now, you can have all your limbs and don't have your mind and be walking around here ragged as a bowl of teriyaki.
Yeah.
Shoes leaning like the Tower of Pisa. You got to lay down to get in them motherfuckers. And you talking to the wall and digging in your ass with all your limbs and still. So you just pray to be in a sound mind. I pray for a sound mind. You know what I mean? And with a sound mind, he's a genius.
Yeah.
He's got to check with his homeboys and get it right. I'm going to get it right with the name, with your foundation. Then you don't worry. To worry is a sin. Living in fear is not from God, man.
I'm gonna put it out there just because Mess means a lot to me as a Frisco cat.
Yeah.
That at some point he does bounce back.
We pray you do.
Yes.
We agree.
We're putting this out there for the world to see. We're putting this into the universe right now. We want
Mess to come back. We all pray for Marv to come back and be of sound mind. You know, when he came back, I'd say, look, dude, you need to set up a conference with this, like. I see white people do it all the time. Say, hey, I did drugs. I'm sorry. I was in my addiction when I said all this shit. Even I did it. Admit to your shit, right? On Thisler, while J. Diggs is in jail, all the people who you offended, they're away. If you apologize first, you're humble. You come like Jesus, humbly. Yeah. But see, once he got around me, he stopped wanting to listen to me because he don't value people who be up around him. He want to value other motherfuckers. Just, you feel what I'm saying? That was good information to me. I had a whole plan for him. If he would listen to me, he'd still be out here.
I mean, I think his fan base is so strong that, yeah, if he did come back out, he could be right back on top anytime.
Just think if he would have did what I said last time, though.
Yeah.
If he would have apologized, then J. Diggs can't say, well, I told him not to give you no money. Well, guess what, man? That affected me when you told Burner not to give him no money. And what is Burner doing taking orders from a Vallejo nigga, man? You think I'm saying? I know Marv is out of pocket for what he said about Dre, no doubt, bro. But, okay, you stop my motherfucking money. You know, I don't know. Burner had to pay his taxes, so he couldn't get behind it like that. I don't think J. Diggs ultimately had nothing to do with it like that. But him saying that sent Marv to where he at.
Yeah, it's not looking good, man. But I'm
just being real.
I appreciate that.
Real. That's how I am. Though,
I'm just from the outside looking in. I'm not the type of guy that like goes online to see what the latest beef is. I see shit like that and I'm just disappointed. I don't condone that shit or egg that shit on.
It was a waste of time with me and him.
Yeah.
He had to diss Too Short to let like He was hiding from me.
I'm not gonna lie, though.
He was hiding from me, right? So he had to diss Too Short to make it seem like he wasn't just hiding from me.
Hey, I will say, though, one positive thing, that Too Short Messy Marv diss is fucking hilarious, bro.
And he said my mama's name on there. Hey, he said mom's, look. He said mom's name on there. Hey, he said mom's name on there. Big shout out to Short. He said I wasn't gonna diss you till I heard what you said about Quinn mama.
Yo, Short kind of spanked him on that one, bro.
Yeah, dog. That's a dog.
Oh,
I got vindicated. Funny, I got vindicated by that shit. By him doing that, that got me embraced by a lot of places. But now, why not with your guy, though? Like, you know what I mean? It also could have got us knocked down, though. If they just like not talking to us. So when you bust moves like that and you from a neighborhood, you got to take into account that you're responsible for other people too. But he don't represent all of us like that. So we not. He has his own views. You know, like this person has his own views. Like
for sure,
has his own views. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's how it was with him. So
these are the opinions of Messy Marv. They do not necessarily represent the opinions of Fillmoe.
You got to check in with folks before you just do shit.
Well, let's spin off on a positive note.
Yeah, God bless him.
There's been talk of a GOP reunion on social media.
Together. Yeah,
JT's out here. He's wiggling.
Man, all praise due to Allah. Let us see Big Bro out here. And I'm back in good graces with him. That's good, because he's a boss. JT's a boss. That's Big Bro. I'm Little Bro.
Yeah, I think y'all could definitely make some dope shit happen together.
Demo the youngster, Seth the Gaffer.
Yeah, shout out to Demo, shout out to Seth. Yeah.
I'm happy about that. I'm honored to be in his good graces again and doing the GOP. Yeah.
So artists like Scarface, Jim Jones, Jay-Z, Exhibit, Snoop, so many others have like given you props, bro.
Yeah.
How does it feel? I guess we kind of come closer towards the end of this interview. How does that feel to get that recognition, man? Like,
don't mind me doing this right here. I'm just
no. Do your thing, bro.
To you. I could multitask. That right there, that's a blessing to be able to get them accolades. It's a blessing. It's just I just wanted to keep going. I wanted to be more. You know what I mean? I appreciate that. That's what I do it for. But I want the world to say all of our name, to know about all our culture, for all our streams to be up 1,000%. Because we from Compton, Fillmore, San Francisco. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That type of world on us. So if it's about me here, then it's about the whole and numbers going up. It's good. As long as all of us could eat off of somebody knowing us and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, after like about 30 years in the game, more.
30 years, man. 30 years. It's been 1993, March 1993. So this was 30 years this year.
Yeah, man. Congratulations, bro.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. I didn't just start this shit.
Right.
Yeah, I was a young kid. I wasn't 13. I was 14, 15.
Right, my bad. Is there one particular highlight looking back on your career that means the most to you?
I'm grateful for all of it. I'm grateful for all of it. And I'm grateful for every the bad times, the good times, just for the learning experience. I'm blessed that my Laxi and Zaki getting down. They're not in trouble. You dig what I'm saying? Anything that my guys done did. Yeah, you know what I mean? Anything that we done did, I done did, all of it. 14, 24K, Golden, everything that got to do with hip-hop. You dig what I'm saying? In San Francisco. Is Forte being on Only God Could Judge Me, and then Drake using Forte verse, and everything. I'm a real Frisco cat. I celebrate all our victories.
That's what's up, man.
I celebrate all. So it's not no one in particular. You feel what I'm saying?
Last question, like after all these 30 years, you know, what goals do you have left and what's next? Because I sense that there are more chapters in your story that are coming.
I want to act. I want to be in a TV series about San Francisco. I want to be involved in that. And I'm kind of like almost there. You know what I mean? I just want to see us keep prospering. I would love to see my sons with major promotion and marketing behind them, because they good, that they could live out my rap dream. You dig what I'm saying? And I just want I want San Francisco to be solidified in hip-hop. That's it. Not just one, but just all of us that rap, that really got it in our heart. You know what I mean? And want the world to hear our story about Fillmore and Divisadero, how me, your boy, Bailey, Big Rich, Big Rich from down the way, but you know what I mean? Lil Yee, Lil Pete, Show Banger, all from the same block. So I just want to hear the world tell our stories and for it to be a part of hip-hop. You dig what I'm saying? Just for San Francisco to be on the map. Big shout out to Lil Bean and Lil Zay Bang. Too, they doing their thing. Them niggas tight, they remind me of me and Marv. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they good at what they do. You know, everybody from the city. You doing this here. Oh, big man. Man, big shout out to Honest Bob, man, Wayne Hayes, man.
Shout out to Honest Bob.
Nigga right there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I want our bragging rights to go up 1,000, and our podcast to go up 1,000. Yours too. I want to get heavy into the podcast world and just be behind the scenes, counting money, but putting it. I don't want to have 15 cars. I have 2 cars, and I like to pay people's rent and building some shit for the homeless. And I just want to give back.
That's what's up, man.
Through hip hop.
That's what's up, brother.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Well, I see all that happening and more. And as I said at the beginning of this interview, bro, I appreciate you, man. I've always looked up to you.
Yeah.
Always respected you. It's been an honor to build with you, man. And I'm looking forward to much more to come, bro.
There's so much more to do, man. We would have talked with you for 2 days, man. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're gonna run it back another time too. Yeah.
I wear a dark, like a black outfit next time.
Okay.
I'm messing around with you, man. I want to thank you, man. You're doing a great job with this, bro.
Thank you, man.
You're resilient in a motherfucker,
That's
bro.
right. That's right.
I love you, bro. Yeah, but shout out to DEO and Even Odds and everybody, your whole staff. You dig what I'm saying? Also, big shout out to Lil Kayla and G Val doing their thing. Lil Kayla finna bubble. The best girl in hip hop. For real, they gonna find out more sooner than later. You dig? Big shout out to everybody.
Yes, sir. There's a lot of dope shit coming in San Francisco. There's a lot of dope shit in the Bay. This is another episode, a classic episode with the legendary San Quinn, History of the Bay podcast. Thank you to everybody watching. Thank you to everybody supporting. We got much more coming. Shout out to the whole team. We out of here. Peace.
Recognize where you got the game. We got our own style, got our own slang. Northern California is a West Coast thing. This is the history of the Bay. Recognize where you got the game. We got our own style, got our own slang. Northern California is a West Coast thing. This is the history of the Bay.